Hello everybody, it's Liam here, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to find all the necessary variables from someone's website to run outbound marketing if you're looking to sell, let's say, SEO services, page speed optimization, blog or content marketing. And it's just going to be a quick walkthrough on the tables I use, some of the modules and everything like that. If you don't know who I am, my name's Liam. We send around 90,000 emails a month. 90,000 emails a day, and it's about 2 million emails a month. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Here we are. This is a very simple clay table that we have whipped up. And what we're going to do is we're going to identify a couple things. The first thing I like to begin with is the XML site structure. So sitemap structure. So within this clay table, we have sitemap URLs for a company website. And what this identifies for us is if they have, and forgive me if I'm wrong here, any of the SEO nerds out there, no offense, I don't do SEO, but it helps Google index your site. I don't know what they do, I don't know how they do it. I just know it helps Google identify your site and be like, this XYZ, this person has this many sites, and it just helps them index it instead of them doing it themselves. So, with that information in mind, it's good to assume that anybody that has an XML site structure understands or is working with a content or SEO agency right now to structure everything like that. And it's good in terms of marketing because you can then hit on certain and particular points to, I guess, hit that home. So if we're looking at the find sitemaps URLs here, while we're waiting for this, I'm going to duplicate this and run two more, specifically for blog and specifically for contact. And I'll show you what this means. I'm just going to do this now because you're going to sit here staring at my face. And if you're going to do that, you may as well have something running in the background. Let's see. Okay, contact. And then blog. And as you can see, we have some of the ones already starting to show up for the find sitemap URLs. So you can see here, we have 2,000 pages found for vaccines.ae. And okay, so it only spits out 300 links because anymore it's actually too much data in a cell for the cell to kind of process. But they have 2,032 pages when it comes to this. And this means they have that many pages on their site via their XML site structure. And if we go through it, we can see they're actually looking to recruit and they have a lot of jobs on board. So these guys are obviously a massive, massive company. But if we're going through some of these other ones, this is 147. And let's see what these guys have. So administration, como, it's Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Clients, privacy policy, etc. Okay. So what this is identifying now, again, we're just seeing the XML site structure for this page specifically. If we come over here, we have the contact one. So this is contact specifically, us. And if we come through here, this is going to direct us specifically to a contact us page. And the reason I bring this up is this is good to identify companies, people, if you want to get their information on the contact us page. Maybe you want to identify if they have forms on their site, you can help them increase conversions, literally anything like that. But this is the contact page of the process. And as you can see here, we are specifically only finding contact pages, contacts. This one, I think, is a lot of Arab links. No, it's not. That was a different one. But contact sheets, begin, contact, eye contact. So you have to be slightly selective. Maybe you only identify if your company has one or two contact us pages that you can go to. So again, there's lots to identify for this. And what you're also going to notice, these sites with massive pages found will have also some blogs. So when we identify keywords for specific blogs, we were able to, how to describe this, find XML structures or URLs where blog, like /blog, was in the title. So if you're selling content marketing or you're selling blog marketing or you want to run a repurposing service, you can go through this and you can specifically find people with blogs and say, hey, I noticed you had a blog. I just repurposed some of your content for this X, Y, Z. We can put it onto particular social platforms, X, Y, Z. If you're interested, we can work out some sort of deal or work out something. And this is you obviously targeting people with blogs already. And it's a very, very nifty piece of work regarding just identification, because the usual process is you would give AI a URL, let's say Claygent, and you'd say something like, hey, can you go and see if this company is running a blog right now? And I'm not saying it doesn't work, it works, but this is free. It's also more accurate because the URL literally has blog inside of it. So there's that. And this is anybody with a current XML site structure to identify. And something layered on top of this is to understand if a company doesn't have an XML site structure, that doesn't mean they don't have a blog. It's not, it doesn't work like that. It just means they haven't set up their XML site structure correctly to index if they have a blog or not. And like if we take one of these here, so this says no sitemap pages. We open this up, and what you're going to notice, okay, this this domain is for sale. So maybe you don't do that. Let's try this one. Let me see. So they have Cloudflare, so they must be up and operational. Most companies do not have a Cloudflare setup, and this takes too long to go find another one, which is humorous to say the least. So associations of fundraising. So what you're going to notice from this is these guys don't have an XML site structure, or they either have that or something is blocking the site structure. And what you're going to notice is it says no sites, but they obviously have news and resources, ethics and initiatives, chapters and community, XYZ, stuff like this. Very, very, very chill stuff. So it's just to identify that companies sometimes will not have it set up, and you can use AI to scrape for that specific, I guess, end of things, specific segment end of things. So that's the first thing. So this is one of multiple ways of getting information. The next one we're going to be doing is a page speed API via Google. So page speed. Let's see if this pops up. Find data. And we put in the URL, domain, continue to add fields, and we're actually just not going to open these up. And we're just going to run all 150. So this is a free API built out by Google, and what it allows us to find is SEO performance score, page speed, loading times. You can identify if it's mobile, you can identify if it's desktop. So let's say you do page speed optimization. Instead of blindly emailing people saying, hey, we can increase your page speed, which you don't actually know, you can say, hey, I noticed your page speed was this and your SEO score was this. We can specifically help you do this and this to make the outreach more believable. So let's come over here and let's see if this loads up and see what people are saying. Cool. And this might take a little bit longer just due to the, I guess, queue section of this. So I'm going to be back when it's all kind of loaded. So the data has loaded. And as you can see here, we have some data found. Data. I think wait, data. Yeah, disregard that. Data, same thing. Same thing. Um, we have, let's say, a performance score, an SEO score, accessibility score, best practices, first contentful, paint, largest, cumulative layout shift, interactive. Again, SEO nerds, please tell me. I have no idea what any of this means, and this is completely up to you because I genuinely have no idea what any of this means. Maybe the speed index, and if there's like a page loading speed, there should be. I think speed index is that. But yeah, this gives you particular bits of information to identify. SEO score is probably one of the most important ones, performance score, maybe time blocking. I did about 10 minutes of research before this video, and I also recorded this entire segment, and it just kind of like this like didn't load on me. So uh, you take with you what you will and this information. But this is the page speed completely free. and you should be able to run outreach and identify companies before you even, I guess, contact them, get in touch with them, etc. So there's that end of things. We then have the final one, and this is similar web, slightly paid, but you do get more nifty information that you're kind of looking for. 123 web. So I bring this up. So we have the get monthly visitors. Unfortunately, Clay doesn't do this anymore. This is because actually, I don't know why it's because, but I do know to get the monthly visitor unlimited by API, you have to buy the similar web API in their enterprise plan. And that I heard is a, probably over 5 to 10 grand. So again, do it that what you will. Uh, but there's that. There's finding website technologies. There's get website bounce rate, pages per visit. So if someone visits your site, like do they go to the contact us page, the our teams page, and the homes page? So that's 3. There's the average website duration, global website traffic rank, and then the get traffic distribution by geography. So there's a ton of, I guess, there's a ton of random stuff here, if that makes sense. But if we come over here, so Appify has another nice setup here. So if you go into Appify and you type in similar web, you'll have so Curious Coder, there's a few others here. They all pretty much do the same thing. They just scrape similar web. But yeah, look, so we have similar web here, and it's like 19 bucks, it's like 25 bucks or something, and usage, it's like half a cent to 1 cent per row from what I remember when I was using it. And you can run this inside using the Appify actor within Play, and it'll start scraping for you. It'll start generating some results. What I'm going to do is I'll just give you an example of, let's say, a website bounce rate per thing. So it'll give you an idea of all these other stats, which, again, I am not an SEO nerd. Love you guys, but I am not an SEO nerd at all. I just build Clay tables, so maybe I'm a Clay nerd. And basically you get like the bounce rate, so 0.48. I don't know if it's a 1, if that's a 100% bounce rate, or if that's a 50%, because a 0.5% bounce rate sounds very, very impossible. I don't think even the best sites in the world have that. So yeah, I think it's probably a 30% bounce rate is my assumption. And the inputs, if we do some other ones, so if you have a really, really high value, high target list, and you're like, wow, I have to work with these people, like without, like I have to work with these people, then yeah, then this is probably the way of going about it. Get traffic distribution by geography. Get the average website visit duration. We can try this one as well. See what it says. But yeah, so in this case, I would recommend a similar web scraper. Let's have a look at here. So come over here. So the average visit duration is 373. My high level assumption is that is in seconds. 373 minutes is absurd, and I don't think it's milliseconds. So 373 seconds is about 6 minutes. And again, this is very, very. Oh yeah, free code camp as well. Makes complete sense. I love, again, I think I said this, but I love free code camp. These guys are fucking beautiful individuals. They make free coding courses for anybody that wants to learn code. I wrote my first pieces of code with them, HTML, CS, and I did like 10 modules of JavaScript, and I got confused and bored. Completely off topic, but would recommend. And yeah, so this is the table you're able to find. So we have the bounce rate or like similar web. I would recommend using Amplify. We have the find data section, which is the page speed loading, everything like that. And then we have the find sitemap URL, which can identify particular points in the process or inside their sites that you can look for. You can layer on AI on top of this. There's a ton of things you can do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, drop a sub. And if you have any other tables you're kind of looking for me to build out, happy to build them out, show the entire process, and also give the template as well. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you now. Bye.